You're looking for an ice maker that won't sit on the counter like a novelty gadget, but instead becomes a reliable part of your daily routine, something that actually delivers ice when you need it, fits into the space you have, and doesn't drain your budget. Most of us have bought a small countertop model that choked on a busy weekend, or paid a premium for a commercial-grade unit that turned out to be more hassle than help. The fear of ending up with a machine that either freezes up or floods the floor is real, and the decision often comes down to a simple question: will this ice maker actually work for the way I use ice? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's talk about the Scotsman C0330SA Prodigy Plus. This isn't a fancy just-for-fun appliance, it's a cube-style unit built for environments that need a steady stream of ice. Think home-based cocktail bars, small catering operations, or a busy family that throws frequent get-togethers. The first thing I noticed when digging into the specs is the production claim: up to 300 pounds of ice a day. That translates to roughly 150 cubic foot bins of cube ice, enough to keep a bar stocked for several nights or a party flowing without a pause. But raw numbers only tell part of the story. What really matters is how that output fits into a real kitchen or bar space. Installation is the first practical hurdle. The Prodigy Plus requires a dedicated water line and a drain, so it's not a plug-and-play countertop add-on. If you have a pantry or a dry bar with an existing water hookup, the unit slides in with a few basic fittings and a short run of hose. For a typical homeowner without a built-in line, the extra plumbing work can add a few $100s and a day of labor. On the upside, once it's hooked up, the machine runs completely self-contained. The ice drops into a removable bin that you can slide out and fill a cooler, or you can connect a larger storage bin for continuous service. The bin is easy to lift, no heavy lifting required even when it's full, so you won't be wrestling with a massive ice bucket after a big event. One of the quieter wins is the reusable air filter. Located on the outside, it clicks out without tools, so you can give it a quick rinse every few weeks if the machine is in a dusty environment. That design choice saves you from hunting down a replacement filter and keeps operating costs low. And because the unit meets the latest California and federal energy efficiency regulations, you're not paying extra on your electricity bill for running a commercial-grade machine at home. In practice, that means the Prodigy Plus draws roughly the same power as a high-efficiency dishwasher, nothing that will spike your utility statement, even if you're cranking out several £100s of ice. Now, let's consider who actually benefits from this level of output. If you run a small coffee shop, a weekend pop-up bar, or you simply love hosting parties where the ice never seems to last, this machine is a solid investment. The constant supply means you won't have to pre-make ice the night before and risk it melting or turning mushy. For a family that enjoys backyard BBQs, the ability to dump a full bin into a cooler and have ice ready for drinks, desserts, and even a quick ice bath for injuries is a genuine convenience. The unit's cube ice is ideal for cocktails because it melts slower than smaller crushed ice, keeping drinks colder without diluting them quickly. On the flip side, if your ice usage is limited to a few glasses a night, a smaller countertop model will likely be more cost-effective and easier to fit on a kitchen counter. The Prodigy Plus's footprint is comparable to a full-size dishwasher, and you'll need a few inches of clearance on the sides for airflow and service. It also produces a low hum during the ice-making cycle, nothing like a whispering fridge, but noticeable in a quiet room. If you're sensitive to background noise, that's something to weigh. Additionally, because it's a high-output unit, it will keep producing ice until the bin is full, which can be a bit wasteful if you forget to empty it after a small gathering. Maintenance is straightforward but not entirely hands-off. The water inlet screen can collect mineral deposits over time, especially if you have hard water. A quick soak in vinegar every few months keeps it clear. The ice bin's interior is stainless steel, so it resists corrosion, but you'll still want to wipe it down after each use to prevent any lingering odors. The removable air filter, as mentioned, is the only part that truly needs regular attention, and the process is as simple as taking it out, rinsing, and snapping it back in. There's no hidden service contract, just the standard manufacturer warranty that covers the core components for a few years. Cost is another practical factor. The Prodigy Plus sits in the mid to high range for residential-grade ice makers, reflecting its commercial-style build and output capacity. When you break,